Good morning, people. Welcome to some show charts, life in Thailand, nomadic life. Yes, here we are. What beautiful weather we've got today. Beautiful weather. It's down to 26 degrees. We're into the swing of rainy season. I'm hoping, please let us have more rain. The more rain, the better. It's good for the farmers. And I just love the rain. Good morning, Dave. How are you? The rain's the best time of year. Yeah, I love this time of year, the rainy season. It's just the best time ever to be here. It's so cool. Say 26 degrees. So temperature's just below 80. So that's very, very nice. Very nice temperature. Hope you're well, Dave. Morning, Joe. How are you? Hope you're well. Morning, Al. Hope you're well as well. Yeah, life is good. Right, so on this week's show, let's see what we've got. Here we go. So, pictures of the week, climate, markets, BTC, precious metals, etc., news, rainy season starts, ordering car time. Couldn't order the car this week because Anna was so sick. And I have nothing here in my name. I put everything in Pride's name. So I need Pride to be with me to order the car so I can get a new car. So we're going to order the new car this week. But hopefully order the car this week as long as Anna goes back to school tomorrow. But she was really ill all last week. And nomad life, really. What have I been doing? I've just been helping fellow nomads with their how to come to Thailand and Spain. And it's been quite a good week on that front, really. And also showing them some of the stuff I used to do when I worked in Europe and America. You know, how you do the taxation. Because if you're working for, like IBM or Toshiba in Europe, obviously you need to pay tax there somewhere. And it's been quite interesting that front. But we'll start off with the pictures. Yeah, here we go. So this week went to a nice fish and chip shop in Pattaya. This is opposite Central Festival, and on a Friday they got a special which includes the gravy, the peas, the chips, the fish, $2.99. Traditional fish and chips. The chips are very, very nice there. It's really good for that price. You're not going to go far wrong, and I really enjoyed it. Hello, Gator. How are you? Then I went over to Top Supermarket. A lot of people think, we live in Thailand. You live in third poverty, like Liverpool of poverty in the third world. This is not third world. We are definitely first world because we're in line with the Americans anyway. So we are a first world country. And if you look at these displays, this is exactly what you'd see back in the States. And our shelves are actually full. So if you look at these displays, they're beautiful. They really are nice. And then here we go. Went at our salad bar the other day, as I say, start of the rainy season, and come across our first lorry in the ditch. That's how they're saying hello. And lorry in the ditch, and on the right-hand side, look, this is a typical truck going along, rainy season, and no doubt when it rains one day, that'll end up in the ditch. But me and Steve had a glorious time in Sizzlers in Rayong. So that's me there with my soup, 2 bowls of salad, and my jelly. And that's exactly what I ate. That was what I had that day. It was very, very nice, very pleasant. Then look at me, all surprised at a photograph. Me, Jim, John, Meow. We went to Prime Burger in Central Festival, and Meow had a lovely milkshake there. This is a marvellous place for a burger. This is my favourite burger place in Pattaya. And this is how your burger comes up. This was just a double pate with curly fries. Very nice. Curly fries. Very, very nice. Very, very, very nice. And then Peaky Blinders. Yes, normal group. It was very nice Peaky Blinders this week, as always. Hello, how you doing there, Robert? And this was the desserts. This one on the right-hand side is like a bruschetta with fillet tenderloin on top, with like a gorgonzola sauce across the top of it. Very, very pleasant that was. That's only a starter. I had that as a main. I was full. I couldn't eat no more. It's massive. And then we went to the French bakery and we had desserts. So this was like the homemade brownie. Doesn't look that pleasant here. Tastes delicious. That's the homemade cheesecake. And that is a raspberry tartlet, which was very, very pleasant. Again, that's just us there. We just do the same thing every day, really. I suppose quite boring, really. We just hang out. We enjoy each other's company, so that's the main thing. It's there you go. It's a nice pizza, Greek salad, croissant, and that's a cappuccino with croissant as well. And that's what we ate over in the French bakery. That is all very, very pleasant. Then went to Freshella one day with a fried pork and a fried chicken, etc., etc. That was very nice. Went down there for another day. Oh, we went to a load of places this week. Ended up going to Casa Pascual as well. AJ and John on the right, and that's AJ there. If you look at her hand closely, you can see a ring on it because they're getting married. So I'm sure it's not a shock to anyone. They're together, and that's it really. So we was there the other day, and that was great. The girls weren't there because they was both sick all week. They was at home, so they didn't come out last week. Then Valley View restaurant, went over there, had a nice breakfast one day. Don't forget, if you need car hire or anything, contact Steve, Valley View restaurant, and he does car hire there, short term and long term. And he's got some beautiful little cars. Ideal if you're here on holiday for a month or 2 months or 3 months or a year. And it's ideal as well if you're single. And right, so then I had a roast dinner last Sunday, and that's his typical roast dinner. So on this one here, I've got tenderloin and I've got pork. So that's pork and tenderloin, and that's pork crackling, and potatoes. I tend to cut down on my vegetables on a Sunday and just go for the meat and the potatoes, Yorkshire puddings. Don't forget, if you need to contact me, there's my line details. Just scan that and you can actually talk to me online. That's it really on that. Loads of people always ask about health insurance. So I just put this up every week. This is where I get my health insurance. I pay $132 a month for $400,000 worth of coverage. It only goes up if you claim. If you do claim, it goes up by a maximum of 3%. So this, if you need good life insurance, just email this guy here, michhammer. Very, very pleasant Danish guy. And that's how I get my health insurance from. The other one is, I know a lot of us come here, and some people more than others have got the need for pharmacies or medical support. I'm lucky because I'm married to a nice Thai wife, so she does all this for me. But if I was a single guy and you needed access to a pharmacy, you can scan this line, and you can get free medical services on there and the medical advice, and they also supply your medication to you and will deliver it to your condo. So I thought that was quite a good idea, that one. Here, all the expert links, visas, driving licenses, etc., are down in the description down below. Very, very simple, really. And again, guys, just to remind everybody, which I do again every week, more scammers have been caught this week. They've caught a guy this week who's ripped off people, an English guy, and he's ripped off people for over 50 million baht, which is crazy. And that is somebody's pension fund, totally and utterly gone. Just remember, if you invest, do your own due diligence and look into what you're investing. Check the company out. Don't trust the person you're talking to. Yeah, please don't. You know, I have it all the time. Who do you trade with? And I'm saying, look, you got to find your own people. I'm not even willing to give you who I trade with because it's you just can't do it. You know, you've got to do your own homework. And a few of the other guys in our group will tell you when you've got some money behind you and you want to invest, it's not that easy because a lot of people don't want to deal with you. Yeah, it's really, really strange. You think everybody be wanting your money and want to build your funds for you. Well, they don't, and it's just the way it works, unfortunately. Yeah, so that was it. That was the sad side on that. I hate it when people lose money like that. I just don't understand it at all. And it's sad. It saddens me. On the climate front, though, at last we've started to have some rain, which is absolutely amazing. Because we've been so desperate for it. This must be the driest rainy season. You know, I haven't got the experience of a lot of the guys here would have been here for like 12 years or more. Like some of the guys in our group, or 20 years. Some guys I know here got far more experience than me. And even they're saying this is the driest year they've ever known. So on that front there, we've got a lovely. This is what it looks like at the beginning of the week. So this is the view out at the sea, looking out from my condo, overlooking the sea. The big ships coming in on the left-hand side to the gas terminals. Everything's looking fantastic. You look out at the sea and you think, oh, that's paradise, isn't it? Well, the monsoon come in the day after here. And when the monsoon come in, it looked like this. You couldn't see 50 meters. That's a monsoon. That is a full-on monsoon coming in. Absolutely amazing monsoon. And they forecast more of it. So we've got more rain. This one in the rain is extreme rain, including where I live, Bang Chang down here. The rest of it, they call it as severe. So you were expecting more severe rain in the rest of Thailand, but the area we live in, we're getting extreme rain. So this is a monsoon coming in. Very nice. And this is our forecast. So across the week, they forecast more rain, lightning rain. Low temperatures of like 26, 25. High temperatures of like, 30, well, it's saying 32 here, but it'll probably go to 33. So very, very nice. But the rain we had was the first rain we'd had in 19 days in July. Now, normally in July, it normally rains every other day. So we're well behind on the rain front. So we need it to rain every day all the way up to the end of the year. How you doing, my friend there, Deacon? You doing all right there? Oh, yeah, you guys send us some nice photographs of weather in Michigan, Dave, please. And I'll get that up. Oh, this was a shop. So if you've got a problem, not you, but your lady or something, you can always take her to the shop. This is in Pattaya, believe it or not. And that is the actual name of the shop. I won't say it because I think, so that's unbelievable. Yeah, they're pretty straight here in Thailand. They don't muck around with their words, do they? So that's the name of the clinic if you've got a problem. That was me and Anna having a massage in the week. We had a foot massage at Mickey's. Very, very pleasant. And on the right-hand side, this is poor old Gift. She's in hospital, so our thoughts are with Gift and Joe as normal and all the people who support them. So she's in hospital. She's not very well, which is really sad to see, really, because she's like the youngest one out of all of us. The elephant, just giving you the elephant update. The elephant's getting better and better each week, getting back to normal. So the elephant they rescued from Sri Lanka is now back to full health, to the stage where it can actually lay down and sleep at night. So that's absolutely fantastic news. Sorry about the cough. It's not COVID yet. Go across to the markets. Oh, again, it's not financial. It's not financial advice. Please don't follow me, because you'll be bankrupt. No, just be careful. As I say, just be careful. Whatever you invest in, whether it's property or whatever bank you're going to invest with or get a loan from or whatever type of loan, just investigate it. Just look at what you're doing, you know. Like I know in the States you can get fixed 30-year loans, you know, but in Europe, that's literally impossible. You cannot get a fixed 30-year loan or a 25-year loan. Generally speaking, in Europe, most mortgages are 25 years, and the most you can get it fixed for. My daughter's just got one back in March, and she managed to get a fixed mortgage for 5 years. So this is how I swing trade. So this is the reason why I'm not a long-term investor. So if I'd have gone into platinum 3 years ago and just left it there, so if I'd have gone and bought platinum 3 years ago, then cashed out last week, I'd have made 23% in platinum over 3 years, just over 23%. Well, that looks fantastic, 23%, but that's not enough for me, you know. So that works out roughly 8% a year, which, you know, when you look at a return of 8%, it's still a good return. And again, this is the reason why I buy metals, because metals never go to zero. Companies can, banks can, but commodities cannot go to zero. So I'm always looking for value in commodities, and the reason why I value platinum because it's so undervalued. So, and it's been undervalued for years. It used to be dearer than gold, and it isn't anymore. It's about half the price. So that's the reason why it's so easy to swing trade. So over this period, you can see these are my entry points, the green circles, exit points. Green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red. But some of these ones here, this is over a long period. There was other trades within this which I actually done and nicked money. So if you're going in and out, in and out, in and out, I'm not getting 23% on this. I'm getting like 200% because I'm nicking profit all the way through it. And that is the way I trade, and that's the way I love trading. You know, this is a good entry point down here. 902. Oh, well, I went into that trade. So this was just an example map, but actually there should be a green circle there because I actually went in down there, but I come out early. I come out of the red line. Yeah, very, very easy. And that's the reason why I swing trade. I know in America you can't do that within your 401s, I believe, but that's what I do. I like swing trading, taking profit on the way up. The recession indicator is here. Real retail sales growth. If you look at all the grey periods on this map going across, any time it goes below zero, we are in recession. The only time this didn't happen was in 1975, and then we had a double dip recession just a couple of years later. But if you come across to where we are now, so this was the Rayong recession. Then they put all this money into the markets. That created the absolute boom because everyone just put their money into shares, threw everything up, and everyone was just buying retail. Everybody just thought, oh, the government is just going to print money forever. The government stopped printing, and you can see how it went. It didn't just come down on a little slope. It fell out the bloody sky. So retail sales now are at minus 1.9% year on year. So that is not looking good. So I'm not saying we're going to be in a recession next month. I don't think we are. I don't think we're going to be in a recession for at least 18 months. It all depends what the Fed does. But that's a very interesting chart. USD against Thai baht. As I said to you guys last week, I said if anyone wanted to change money last Sunday when we was over here, I said cash out and get it now. And I was right because it died on the Monday. You can see it died away for the week, and we made a bit of a comeback. On the Monday, we're looking to go up. So I wouldn't say cash out of this right now because hopefully we've got a little crossover at the bottom here, and this is looking to be a little bit stronger on Monday. But if I was changing money on USD, if I had to change money this week, if I had to, in the ideal world, I wouldn't change money this week on USD. But if I did, I would be changing it tomorrow, probably. Canadian dollar, same thing. As I said to you guys last week, I'd cover this. This is for like Chris and Jerry. Good guys. So I wouldn't be changing the Canadian dollar at the moment. An hour. I won't be changing the Canadian dollar because this is looking at going down on Monday. So if you need the money now, then change it today. But if you need money this week, you need to change it today. Australian dollar, well, it's found support it's got support at 23, thank God, because we don't want it going below that. But it's looking to go down again on Monday. It's below the moving average. So my arrow at the bottom here, which I'm going to put up every week now, this is my prediction of how it's going to be called my Monday arrow. So my Monday arrow is showing it's going to go down slightly, opening on Monday. New Zealand dollar, yep. This is found support again. This is going down as well, very weak, but it's bubbling along, and this will bounce back up. But at the moment, it's not a good time to change up New Zealand dollars. Swiss francs for Andrea and Phayun. This is looking quite nice. You should bounce off of the 39, whatever happens. So I'd be happy with that. I'd probably change the money today, but you'd have been better off changing the money last Sunday. Again, euro, weak as hell. And I would change it up now. Sorry, Santiago and Jose, but I would actually change that money. I'd be looking at changing this money this week. Give me an email and I'll let you know when. But the euro's looking very, very weak. Pounds gone right down to like 44. Wow. And it was at 45.6. So you've lost like 1.5 bar. It doesn't sound a lot, but when you're changing up like 100,000 and above, that 1.5 bar is a lot of money. It really builds up over 100,000. Crude oil. Well, crude oil's just going higher and higher and higher. And this is telling me crude oil can feel that there's a recession coming on. And it doesn't believe the monetary policy, or it doesn't believe, because it's just going stronger and stronger. I thought this would have been, down in the 60s now, but crude oil was still flying. Looks like we're heading for 77 on Monday. Very nice. The only trade I'm in is natural gas. I entered at 264. And as I say every week, I'm really honest about my investments. This is the only trade I've got going, as in short-term trade. I've got trade in copper, water, wheat, gold, which are long-term trades. Obviously, I've got gold bullion, which is very long. But I've got other trades in copper and etc., which they're long-term trades, but they're penny stock trades. They're a bit of a fun trade for me. So I'm really honest. So the only trade I've got going on at the moment is this. And if I'd taken this week, I could have grabbed 5% on that natural gas, because the natural gas just sprung up. So, but I'm hoping to take profit on this at $3. So I was being greedy. It got up to $2.78. As I say, I could have nicked quite a lot of profit there, 5%, but I didn't. So I've left it in, and I'm in natural gas. But for me, natural gas is the swing trade of the decade, because the price we went in was so low, we couldn't lose. We're just doing the rides on the way up, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So, do I regret not taking that 5.3%? No, I'm not. I'm not worried about it, because it's not that important to me. It really isn't. I don't want to be sitting in front of my PC every day. Gold. Because of what's going on with the governments, etc., the gold sprung up and then it come back down. Again, this is still too high for me. It's at $1,960. It's too expensive, So I need the recession to kick in for this to come down. I reckon this is going to go up on Monday. Silver looks like it's going down, hopefully. It's at 24.7. If it comes down to 22, I will buy some, because that will just be a classic swing trade for me. I will buy it at 22, and then I will sell it at 25. Platinum, as I say, I'm not in it at the moment. I need it to dip back down. It made a very nice recovery on Friday, and you can see where the lines are apart at the bottom here. I'm going to just watch this and wait for it to come back down, and I will go back in. Palladium is much the same. I could have had an entry point down here, down at 1260, but I didn't. I'm just watching this. It's not strong enough for me. You see, there's no volume there on those bars. So I have certain rules I stick to. So there's so many rules I have. That's why I do so few trades. But for somebody, that is a very, very nice swing trade. If you can buy at 260 and sell at 290, that's a very nice swing trade. You make good profit on that. Again, it all depends. It's one of those things. If you've got money, you make money. If you're selling a small amount of money, you ain't going to make a lot of money. Bitcoin looks like it's struggling a bit. It's struggling to hold on to its position. I reckon it's going to go back up again. But at the moment, it's looking very, very weak. And it just cannot break that 3150 barrier. So it just cannot break the 31,500. Ethereum, I saw a cover list last week. And Ethereum, as I said, it would hold at 180. And that's exactly what it's done. So it held at 1,880. It's held at that. It's looking to go stronger. But I wouldn't buy it. It's overvalued. I don't really. I've had Ethereum. I don't like it. XRP, my favourite, my long-time hold. I bought this at 7 cents. It's now trading at 77. A lot of people say to me, "Oh, well done, like cash out." No, this is a long-term hold. I'm not cashing this XRP out until it gets to $15. Nasdaq, well, the bubble just continues. Look for a nice bounce. It looks like it's going to go down slightly, but we could easily have a bounce on Monday because the lines are starting to meet down the bottom here. But the Nasdaq took a real spanking on Friday at close, and it's looking weaker, which is not a bad thing because it's overvalued. We're still here, so we're still waiting for the first Fed cut before the recession. So this is my recession chart. So I'm saying after the Fed does its first cut, there's going to be recession somewhere between 9 and 12 months. So there's going to be no recession this year. S&P, well, it's just totally overbought. It's only 7 shares which drive the S&P 500, and this is looking to go down on Monday. It should come up a little bit, may come up to this 4550 and hit that line, and then it will come back down again. I'm just out of the S&P 500. Don't trust it. Hello, Simply Living. How you doing? This is an example of Tesla. So when things shoot up in, this is the way I read charts. So when things suddenly shoot up, like Tesla, Nvidia, Google, all the popular shares, they produce gaps, and I say mind the gap, like they say on the tubes. When you get a gap like that, it always gets refilled, and it's refilled on the other side. So just remember, take profit when you can. I reckon the next recession, this is for the US, is going to wipe out the middle class. So on this chart here, it's just showing people what their yearly income is, 25,000 up to 200K. And you can see now by June 2023, everyone is just increasing their credit card, which is crazy. I've not had a credit card since 1992. And this is the increase of debt. So consumer loan debt, again, horrific. This used to be so low, and now it's up to $1 trillion in credit card debt. And if you look at the line, this is how it was going. This was the trend line, and you can see how it's changed since after Wuhan. It's just gone through the roof. And this is inflation, so people can't afford their mortgage, so they pay for their mortgage on their credit card, which is even more mad. Dixie died last week. The world's over. Everyone's going to sell the dollar. No, the best currency to be in is in the US dollar. And I'll say it now and forever. Never bet against the USA. This is looking to go stronger on Monday. Very nice. And don't forget Exeter's pyramid. I'm trade. I trade. Well, I don't trade. I just invest in gold. I hate selling gold. So my gold is down here, followed by paper money. Then I'd go into short-term treasury bills. I'd buy like 1 month, 2 month, 3 month bills, government bonds. Everything above that, other than real estate, I wouldn't buy. Everything else is a liability. And that's the way I see things. Don't forget, not a financial advisor. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Yeah, I'm thinking sometime first quarter next year. Yeah, it won't be this year, will it? It's looking terrible, isn't it? Oh. There you go. Back in. Yeah, so all good stuff, guys. Just stay safe, really. Get yourself to Thailand. Great time of year to be here. I saw in the chat somewhere. Where was I? Is it Robert, isn't it? Did Robert say he's coming to Vietnam or coming to Thailand? Oh, John. Hello, John. How you doing there? There you go. Where are we? Oh, you're going to Vietnam. Is he going to Vietnam? Is he? Yeah. John, have you met Robert, John? Oh, you must have met him, surely. Or was you in Australia with your leg at the time? I can't remember. Yeah, Robert's a real expert on Vietnam. He knows it better than anyone I know, anyway. Because Rachel, his wife, is absolutely lovely, and yeah, they have a great life together, traveling and living in the States. Anyway, any questions, anybody? Anyone got any questions? What's that one, Joe? Can you send that link to me online, Joe? Anyway, not sure if Dave's live or anything today, but thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Have a fantastic week. I'm going to make the most of life today, even though it's raining. Hopefully, order a new car this week. I really hope I can order a new car. I just want a new car. Never bought a new car in my life. And this is going to be the first time I ever buy a new car, and it'll be the last time. The Australians, yeah, if you're going to change money, John, I'll do it today at the moment, but it's looking a little bit weak. But you can't wait. It will go back up because we have got political turmoil here where we live. Without getting into the politics or anything here, but that side's going to affect the currency. So hopefully we'll all get more baht for our buck. You can't beat a bit of chaos. Until then, people, have a great week. John, I'll maybe see you later, and see everyone else very, very soon. Have a great week. Bye. Ciao. Hasta luego.